Hey everyone, Pocky here with another game. We have a pretty interesting Akazamzarak game this time around, and it was sort of an interesting hero selection. We decided to go with Akazamzarak despite the fact that there were no mechs, because beasts are in, and I really wanted to force the infinite secret strategy because I haven't had a chance to pull it off yet this patch. So we start out by taking the Sunbacon Relaxer, we sell it, and the reason we do this is because playing an open board here means that we can use our hero power and not proc it. What this does is it increases our odds to hit a competitive spirit or an ice block next turn, and because we're getting the gems, we will catch up on our buddy meter afterwards, which is really cool. So since we have the tokens, we're going to be really looking to hit competitive spirit here. We have the ice block already, and we do. We freeze the alley cat just for the same reason, because then, you know, it sort of doubles your competitive spirit value. And as you see right here, we very quickly catch up on our buddy meter with the extra attack from those gems on that Tide Hunter. Here we just try and go again. We're going to hero power first, just check to see if there's something we want. We're going to take the Avenge, the secret. Just because that extra stats might end up giving us, again, a little bit more buddy charge, and that's what we really play for. You will notice that the fights are going to be pretty fast this game because, especially towards the end, they're a little long. They were like over 2 minutes towards the end, so we just sped them up, and if you want to check them out, you can obviously slow the video down. But here we froze the two tricksters just because it's really nice with the competitive spirit to have those on the board, and we're going to be able to stay down a little bit. We'll sell the cat here because the pair is just that valuable, and we do hit the competitive spirit, so we're going to get the buffs on those tricksters, able to put them down. I believe we'll move the Tide Hunter first. Yeah, there we go. Just to get a little bit more buddy charge. Again, trying to focus on buddy charge, but it doesn't matter because the whelp snipe it. So taking the loss to the Wog Toggle here. But that's okay. And then here you'll see that we take a little bit of an unconventional approach for Akazamzarak and other heroes, but because we have 7 gold, the 1 gold hero power, and we know what our line can be going forward, next turn level will cost 0, and then leveling to 3 will cost 7, and we'll be on 8 gold, and we can level hero power again. So this is pretty clean. We can buy 2 hero power and plan to level hero power, and then go from there the next few turns. So we win this nice fight against Cookie. We get our buddy finally, which will influence our decision, especially here when we see that we have that trickster triple lined up. So here we see it's pretty quick and easy. Level, hero power, just like we were thinking of. Next turn, we're sort of looking at what our gold will be. We're going to have 9 gold, level will cost 7. We have the extra gold in hand in the buddy, so we'll be able to sell next turn. And because we did end up hitting competitive spirit, we're more than happy to just hold it in hand. That would be the one consideration, is maybe you would consider floating gold, but probably not, just to have that extra chance at competitive spirit. Taking 10 from the Malagos is sort of unfortunate, but here you'll see we can sell, get our triple, play our buddy down, and go from there. We definitely want a 5-drop because we want to be able to hit Baron, which is the big hit for this strategy. We take a Light Fang because we have some stats in, especially buffing up the Trickster here is really, really important. That's why we take competitive spirit over redemption here, even because those stats are going to be very, very important for us in the long run to sort of stabilize us for now and to get us into our end game composition. So we have our fight against Yogg here, our poison and our big Murloc. Because of that those trickster buffs, is going to get us a win here. And then we continue on. We're going to look for stats. We're going to try and fill out our board, make it look a little bit better. But we have the Light Fang to scale us up a little bit, so we're feeling pretty good. We're going to roll. Here we see a Hydra. Okay, perfect. That's a good enough beast for our Light Fang to start buffing up. Good. And then we see here we have a few good things going on. So we have the Argus to taunt up our Trickster and our Buddy. And we have the Bonker to grab some gems as well. We see another competitive spirit. Same thing, just wanting to get stats on board. We have a few more units that we like buffing. We sold out of our duplicate tribes and just going from here. We see Shadowwalk is super strong with that beast setup, but we get a few extra health procs with that redemption from our Buddy, and yeah, we'll grab some gems from our Bunker that's now gained a bunch of health. And luckily here we end up getting some good hits at the end to dodge a lot of damage. So only taking 10, leaving us at 9. And we can face the ghost, but don't. However, we are also fortunate here in that we go against the Wog Toggle, so we're very unlikely to take any lethal just by virtue of them being on 1. It is very, very difficult for them to do enough damage, so we decide we take the clean level and hero power, letting the Light Fang do a little bit more work and giving us the option to roll into Baron. Buffing up our Hydra just because we want it to be a little relevant. You know, Big Cleave is very good. Nothing too crazy there. We have surprisingly decent odds against the Wog Toggle. Unfortunately, with the Trickster dead, we're not going to be able to win this fight. But we are able to clear most of the damage, which we are very satisfied with. So we only take 2 here, and so our level feels very good going to 5 and opening up a whole another world of possibilities. From here, we're rolling, and we immediately hit the Baron. We also see a Trickster, which is very interesting because we have a health, and because we have the Light Fang, we're able to buff it up a little bit, attack-wise. So we think that's kind of a good line. That's why we grab the Terragosa for now. If it is able to get some of those Trickster buffs, it's able to be not necessarily a super relevant minion, but it's a minion that can keep us safe from taking like weird losses to token stuff at the end, right? Just because the health helps clean up a lot of stuff, and that's really nice. Here we have a nice setup against the Malagas. We start to see the power of having Baron with our secret buddy. The redemption, you know, is available for us. We've got Divine Shield. We're getting extra poisons, which is really nice, especially with the Trickster, which is part of the reason we wanted the Trickster in the first place. And we're able to potentially get buffs on the Terragosa, but we don't. We will get some a little measly +4 health from the redemption summon. But yeah, we're a little disappointed that we aren't able to sort of spike some of that growth on the Terragosa. But our cleave is able to clean most of the stuff up, and we end up doing 15 to Malagos as we move to a top 5 situation, and we finally triple our buddy on turn 11, which is the standard turn, so we're not behind at all. And we've frozen this Spore and this Reborn because the other component of this Infinite Secret build is Macaw. And like I said from the beginning, our goal is to force this build, so we really wanted to freeze that Reborn to add to the potential of that. And because of our setup, again, poisons are super important. We hit splitting, so we decided to move out of some stuff so we can get our splitting value. We grabbed the Fellbat for the possibility of maybe there's a turn where we play it and it buffs up our Trickster a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't run into a situation in this game where that's relevant. It's still, you know, a thought for us. We get a nice splitting here, and you'll see as we go against Scabs here, we have a super high chance to win just because there's way too much health for our units to die. And so, you know, we'll see even this Trickster, like I said, even though it doesn't have the most attack, it becomes very, very hard to ever get through for any builds that don't have poison. So we take a win here and we lethal Scouts, which will move us into a guaranteed top 4, which is great. And we have to face this Wog Toggle and Shudderwock. We know what the Malygos has. We're feeling pretty confident against them, but we do know that we're going to need more poison in the future as well, especially to get through this this Wog Toggle board. We see another Terragosa, so we pick that up, just the potential to triple. Myexna is going to be in the game, so tripling into a Myexna would be super good. And since we had another splitting here, we don't need to play anything. This is the situation where, again, we don't really want to play the Fellbat because we'd rather just get a splitting on one of these taunts guaranteed. And so we do, in fact, get that result. And here we are unfavored. However, we have our Ice Block up, so we're not worried. I mean, we don't want to die, but we have that in our back pocket as we go against this very, very huge Shudderwock with, you know, a very solid Goldrinn build. So again, we're going to keep our eyes out for poisons going forward. But since we saw the pair of macaws in our next shot, we have a pretty strong game plan for going for that, you know, secret, infinite secret build that we were wanting to do. And you see how strong this build can be as we have 2 poisons that didn't start on our board at the end, and we just barely lose. But our Ice Block will get popped. On the bright side, however, that does make more space for more secrets going forward. So we'll grab these macaws. We'll sell out of our Hydra. It's not really relevant. The stats aren't quite big enough. It doesn't have enough attack. So we'll play through there. And then here we see, okay, there's another poison. So we can reborn our parrot. We can check our secret. And then we'll sell through this Fellbat. We take redemption here because we are going to be playing a full board. And so you don't always get the intended value out of splitting. But what redemption can do is if one of your taunts gets killed in the first attack, it can bring something back so that your parrot will have something to trigger. So it sort of is an insurance policy for us. We don't end up getting value because it doesn't synergize with the reborn that we do have on the Macaw now. But you see the reasoning for picking it up here. And again, with so many extra poisons and all the health, we're going to be able to be pretty confident here against Wog Toggle. Like I said, just the potency of getting extra extra poisons on the board, super, super powerful, and popping that shield is super good for us. And then, yeah, splittings on more poisons just makes it so hard. And we end up getting a very lucky, perfect lethal on the Wog Toggle, which is awesome. I was a little confused at first because Terragosa is now 4-drop, so I thought we were 1 short, but we ended up getting the lethal, and was very pleasantly surprised to remember how that works for us. Here we're just looking for some of our triples, maybe a Baron pair, and we find the Terragosa triple, so we're going to play that, check our triple. Nothing super relevant. The Nadina can give the Terragosa shield in the future, so that's what we end up taking. But then, yeah, just pressing the button, and again, redemption for that sort of security on our taunts. In this case, it ended up coming in use because they had a zap that was able to snipe our Sephin, but it was able to just resurrect the Sephin, and yeah, so we'll still have that poison on board. And then we ended up getting a redemption again on the parrot, but it was all right because at this point we're feeling pretty solid about our value and how many secrets we've already been able to get and how many poisons. And you see that the shield just nullifies that sort of reborn value on the Myexna, and yeah, we're just feeling very good about the situation here. So we'll see if we can pull off a 62% against Malygos. And unfortunately, the hits just don't quite go in our favor. Just ever so slightly able to pull out the tie as Malagos. So we have a few more turns that we're going to have to sort of guide ourselves to the finish line. So we continue to look again for this Macaw triple, for a Baron pair, just to sort of complete our board. And then potentially another poison or something. Any Murloc could be that poison, but it's a bit hairy to give up our Terragosa when it has so much health. It's probably the right call, but you have to balance it with the cost of buying a Murloc and rolling for the triple. And so we decide to roll for the triple. We do end up hitting it, but we don't have quite enough gold. However, we're pretty scared here, and slightly unfavored, but it's a bit of a coin flip. And so we'll see how this fight goes, and if we'll be able to play our triple Macaw to complete our Infinite Secrets build. We're one turn away, and we just really want to pull it off because we haven't had a chance to yet. So yeah, here we've got our poisons down, and at this point you're sort of aware that as long as we get some health on this last poison, we'll be good. And we sort of do, and with that hit we have secured our win in this fight, and making it to the final two against the Malagos of all people, who we weren't expecting to make it into the final two. We were a little bit more concerned about the other two in the top four, but now we're feeling very confident. We grab our triple, and we're gonna end on our Selfless instead, because we know what they have, and we know that the health is less relevant at this point, and the shields on the poisons and everything is a lot more relevant. And so we sell out of that. We play our Spore, we play our Selfless, we Hero Power. We are gonna take I believe we take the auto defense matrix. Yep, exactly. Again, just to protect our secret from getting sniped at the beginning. There's Zap, which will end up hitting the Spore, but the Spore will get shielded. And yeah, we are pretty much solidified to win in this position. It was a super fun game. We won't speed up this fight so much, so you can enjoy the full glory of an extremely long Infinite Secret fight. But you can kind of see how we got there in this game. It was a fun build. We definitely did not do everything super conventional because we really wanted to play our Infinite Secrets. But it was super worth it. It was so much fun. It's definitely one of the most fun strategies you can do in the game because it's really unique, and that's the beauty of Battlegrounds, is when you can do something really unique and really interesting. You try to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and I will let this trail out. If you don't already, please drop a follow on my Twitch account. You can watch these games live with live commentary, and join our Discord, Twitter, and TikTok for more fun content. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop something in the comments, and we will see you next time.